I know we're in a drought, but I don't know. It looks pretty good to me. This is about 2 foot long. If you can see where my arm is, it comes up to past my elbow. This is a way to get animals to gain on grass. But that's actually not why I'm here. I'm just astounded by the grass we have mid-October here. Maybe it's not mid-October yet, but wow, look at that. But this is an encouraging thing. This is the first time I've had the red cattle, the red Angus, line up. One thing I did not foresee was the issue of cow dominance. So this girl right here, see how she's almost taller than the bull? That's why I like that Kit Pharaoh bull. He's so short. But she came in and kind of whipped out my old lead cow. She's in the back now. And the problem with that is that's the one who knows the drill. That's the one who was leading my cattle through each move, because she's been here for several years. And so now she won't lead, and so now I'm retraining my cattle to move. You guys like how that one sheep decided to join the cattle? She does that again. She's going on the list. But you know, my sheep, they've had a stable flock, and even though I bought a few in, they didn't supplant any of my kind of running the show sheep. But this batch of red Angus here have supplanted my old cattle, and so it's taken them several weeks to kind of get the groove. But so it's nice to see them line up and get ready to move. But so the leader follower, I'm starting to get a hang on this, where we're not overgrazing, because you know the cows come first and the sheep come in behind the next day. And so this is what I've given them. The sheep are done with this and we're going to move them, and this is more appropriate to what I want to do. So then we're going to open up the fence over here and let the cattle in here, and then the sheep are going to be moved into some of this, and you see we have plenty of grass in here. Kind of getting the rhythm here. I am a little overstocked with all these cattle that Doug and I are putting together, but that's all right. We have hay to start early. Otherwise, I still think we're going to maybe get to December if I really stretch out and do it. But let's get them moving. So I opened this up just a little ways here, and they're all looking at me, but we're not quite moving yet. So let's go behind and push them down into this corner. They want to move. We just got to help them figure out the rotation. And something else to realize is these cattle haven't even been around my farm one time, so they don't even know the normal pattern that we follow. Come on, 14, you want to move? There you go. We got to try to keep the sheep out of it. There they go. Look at the size of this beast. What a fatty. All right, come on, Tim. I was looking back at old videos from this spring when we bought him, and he was a little smaller than that, so that's what we can do on grass. So he's got one more year on the farm, and then he'll be turned into beef. And just like that, we got him moved into some beautiful pasture here. All right, so we managed to keep this little problem child. I'll have to get her number, but let's move the sheep. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but I'm going to try my best. It's really hard work. Oh, I'm working so hard. I don't know why people think this is hard. This is great. So they'll explore the length of their new paddock. There they go. The dogs will run the patrol and they'll spread out. Nice set of sheep. They really stick well together. I'm selling this bred a heifer here to a fella I know named Tony, and she is a nice looking animal, just perfect sized. She's a little distant, which I don't like, a little high-headed, which I don't like, but she's not aggressive at all, and boy, she just is in perfect condition. And then this is our old girl. She's a she'll be 6, 2019 cow. Or no, 4, sorry, 4, not 6, jeez. That's the perfect size cow to me. Like a frame 3, low slung beast of a cow. Great condition. But I've just been sort of thinking through what direction I should take this herd. I really like these Red Angus, but I think Doug and I are going to try a few of everything, look at them for a year, and then pick a direction and go. So we're even looking at trying a couple of those Wagyu cattle. A neighbor has them and he's got to sell down because of the drought. And we're looking at some Galloways, and we're just going to try a little bit of everything, take them through the year and evaluate, and then just pick a direction and off we go. But I am enjoying these red cattle. They're really nice. They're a little big. There's no doubt. The cows are a little big, but we can size them down with that Pharaoh bull. But boy, they have enough to eat, huh? Like you can't even see. I know it's zoomed far away, but that bull is up to his belly in grass right now. I think that's great. So if we really stretch out and we have some good weather in October, I think we'll finish up this cycle, which will take us to the last third of October and go a whole nother cycle, which should take us just to Thanksgiving and stretch out to December 1st, which is about all I can ask for with the weather conditions we've had. So we had a new opportunity come for us that we're taking advantage of. One of Doug's neighbors doesn't farm anymore, and she asked if we wouldn't mind putting some animals out into a holding pen that's about an acre. So it goes from like right here and then over this way. So so we brought the rams over so they can have something good to graze instead of feeding them hay while we're keeping them separated. And then we have the chicken dog over here with them. And this is a very nice tight fence. So we're very pleased about it. You got the dog? Yeah. So there plenty of grass here. It goes all the way out to that fence line that you can see. And so this is one of those mutually beneficial things, but it was really a nice thing that she did for us to give us some grazing, and she's going to benefit because we're going to clean this up really nice. And the rams have no way of getting into my sheep early. So they spent one night out here, and this is our first night kind of morning checking on them just to make sure that there's no holes in the fences that we missed or anything like that. But it all looks pretty good, and they look like they're in good shape. All right. And now we're back home. We moved the sheep. We're on there's the cattle up ahead of them. And we're on the final strip up on this field, and then we'll be heading into the bottom field. But I was looking at my neighbor's hayfield across the fence and how even and green it looks. And I just kind of caught myself like I had to like think through the fact that I didn't like the way my pastures looked as much as his hay fields. But the reality is a good working farm should have a generally scruffy appearance. And I mean, there's all sorts of grass in here, even after the cattle graze through it. And that monocrop over there sure looks nice, but it is not right. So just having to resolve myself to the fact that a good grazing farm isn't going to be perfectly neat and tidy all the time, and that's okay. But what a beautiful fall day. I I've been hearing tractors all day. Everyone's rushing to get harvest done before the weekend rain, and the animals are feasting on the bounty of cool season grasses. And it's like 50 degrees out, so they're all comfortable and the flies are gone. And we're just fattening them and running pell-mell towards winter.